Hey everybody, it's Liquid Lunch coming at you live. What's today, the 10th now?
I don't know.
You know,
Every
I got
day
two,
looks like the same day.
It is the 10th. I just pulled it down and it's the 10th. I got two friends whose birthday is today.
That's right.
So obviously I get along with Leos fairly well. I wonder if our first guest is a Leo. We have Courtney Senior here.
That's
Hi, Courtney.
right.
You've got
Hi.
good hair,
Oh, thanks.
which is like one of the traits of a Leo. Right?
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
That's news to me.
It's Leo's
Is it?
I'm a
Lions.
Cancer, so pretty
Oh,
close.
you are. Oh.
I heard they have really terrible hair, but
They do?
here we are. No, I don't know.
Your hair's pretty good. I don't think it's about the hair with the cancers.
No, what's it about then? Do you know?
Well, you know, the biggest, some of the people, the richest people, a lot of them are cancers. Did you know that?
Well, I'm incredibly wealthy, so
Well,
no, I'm just kidding.
well, you don't have to tell us. We can guess. So
Yeah.
not even bother knowing. Daryl, what are you? I'm just curious.
Sagittarius.
Oh, you're Sag.
Yeah.
Okay.
How do you
I
feel
put,
about that?
I'm not sure I put a lot of stock in these things, but
No?
I you know, it sort of suits me sometimes when I read these things about myself.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Actually, yeah, I can see that.
But I'm not convinced 100%. That's a later show.
That's a whole other show.
Yeah, a whole other story.
Which we might do later today. But anyways, but we're getting to know Courtney here, and
Yeah.
you're, what are you, a painter?
I'm a painter.
Yeah.
I'm a self-proclaimed artist.
Right.
Yes. Yeah, I've been doing kind of just some abstract paintings for a while now. I've always been kind of a crafty gal since I was little, so
Be crafty.
crafty. I spent a lot of time, you know, kind of off of my own, using a lot of Crayola
Really?
like items.
The Crayola.
Crayola markers, you know, the scented kind, crayons. Yeah, I spent a lot of time doing that growing up, so I don't think it was a shock to anyone really that I started painting. But I didn't actually start painting a lot until I was, you know, in my early 20s, and then it kind of just progressed from there into now this.
Okay, we're going to have a look at some of your stuff in a minute.
Yeah.
But did you go to school for that, for fine arts or anything like that?
I didn't. I mean, I took the, you know, the typical high school classes in art, but it wouldn't be the same of anything that I do now. I just kind of taught myself. I actually started off painting like landscapes, detailed landscapes, and then for some reason I think I just got either tired or it was too meticulous, and then I started doing abstract work, and then I just fell in love with it. So
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
So like the landscapes, like because they're figurative,
yeah.
are they?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you gotta get it right.
Yeah, it takes a lot more work, and I feel like, for me anyway, you don't have the same creative license with, you know, a really detailed house or building, or as you do with just, you know, the free flow work of abstract. It's a little bit different.
Right.
I like to dance when I paint, or have a lot of music going and stuff like that. You can't do that when you're trying to, you know, do little fine details on a canvas. It's just not really an option. So
Interesting. So
yeah.
it's all about the process,
It is. Yes.
right? You know, we
Yeah.
had a conversation yesterday about, what was it, postmodernism and materialism and
Yeah.
cultural Marxism. So I think we can get into some of those topics
Okay,
right now.
sure.
okay?
Great.
Can we
Let's
maybe...
see some, yeah.
What?
Let's see some paintings.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, there's one.
Yes.
Okay. So, first of all, very nice.
Thanks.
How big is that one?
That one's just a little guy. That's a 12 by 12. Every once in a while, I like to do just little ones, and then I usually sell them off in a set of 3, so it's a little bit bigger,
Oh, yeah.
and they're all kind of different and but matching at the same time.
So, is there 2 companions to this one?
There are.
Yeah.
This one's actually called Dancing in the Rain.
Right.
A lot of my paintings are named after some sort of dance move or 80s song
Like
and
what
or
kind
lyric.
of 80s song? Like what?
Well, for example, I just named a painting Material Girl,
Right.
obviously.
Name some other
paintings
that have
that have
80s music references.
Oh, that's tough because I can't remember everything. But they're either named after 80s lyrics and songs or random sayings that I get completely wrong.
Yeah. Okay, good. So let's just get the names of these paintings.
Oh yeah, let me
So
try
this
to
is
remember
Dancing
them
in the
all.
Rain.
And we'll-
So when you were painting this while dancing in the rain?
Yeah, yes,
You know,
exactly.
Maybe under a shelter, perhaps? I'm not sure.
Well, you know, sometimes I feel like there's there's a whole naming convention thing. You know, a lot of people name things to like kind of play into people's emotions, and then there's me who names things that are completely ridiculous. So
Why not?
I'm trying to kind of combine the two and find that happy medium. So people like to see, you know, happiness in paintings or terrible sadness, either way, so that they can relate. But I'm trying to mesh the two and find a balance that I can still relate to people, because not everyone gets my sense of humor, which I understand.
I want to hear more about these names. Find out more about your sense of humor.
Yeah, well, for example, my family, they call them seniorisms when we get sayings wrong. So I named a painting after something my mom said once. She'll kill me if she ever hears me repeat it, but she said, "We're not in Kansas anymore, Peter Pan." And I was like, what?
She sort of
And
mixed two
naturally-
classics together. But, you know, it's
But
all
that
right.
is like a classic thing that we do as a family. Well, actually, just my sister and my mom and I. My brother maybe is a little smarter. But I name a lot of paintings after things like that.
Yeah.
I have one called "Early Morning Gets the Bird," which is obviously not correct
There
at
you
all.
go. Well, missing the worm, but that's okay.
Yeah, no, exactly. So
It's all good.
it's kinds of things like that. People might not get it. I personally think it's funny.
That's funny. You know, I once wanted to call my band the Late Birds.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the opposite of what you're talking about.
Exactly. I like it. And I
Okay.
might have to name a painting that now.
Yeah. Okay, I got a whole bunch more. All right. You want to see another one here?
So that's the set there.
Mhm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are those real chairs?
It's a real chair. The paintings aren't really there.
They're not?
If
Yeah.
my house was this streamlined, I could. Oh,
That
I
chair
wish.
doesn't look real.
Oh, yeah.
It's you know a classy stock photo. What can I
Yeah.
tell you?
I think it's fake.
I like to use my Photoshop skills when I can.
Oh, look at that.
Okay. That's fake, definitely fake.
Yeah, no, that's not my living room either. This one's actually called "Dream and Differ," which are lyrics to a song that I cannot remember, but definitely in an '80s song somewhere.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Dream and what?
Differ.
Differ?
I know.
Okay.
When you start looking up lyrics to songs, you realize that a lot of the time it doesn't make sense. Or, like, just the combination of words is kind of a little off. But
Yeah.
I like the way they sound when you name things. So,
No, that's cool. But
So
see,
using some nice
that
stock,
look-
yeah, take stock living room photos and
Yeah.
showing how the painting would look in someone's house so they could buy it, right?
exactly.
There you go.
That's
Okay.
what I like to do. I mean, I think it's really important for people to see or can at least visualize how something's going to look. And also sizing helps, too.
Right.
This one is called "Eternal Calm." See, I really tapped into something there, I feel.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I like it. Actually, the last one we had up before we started the show today, and I looked at it and I go, boy, our set looks really good today.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah. Where'd we get that painting? Yeah.
Okay, so that's a nice one. So how big is that one? That's
These
it,
are
right?
about 30 by 30.
Yeah.
I do a lot of different sizes. I like square the best,
Mm-hmm.
and then I try to do two that match, so that if you want, you know, a 30 by 60, you have that option. So the diptych style, and then I have some paintings that are, you know, probably the largest I've done is 40 by 60. I have a little bit of restriction because I paint in my condo, which I wouldn't advise anyone to do, but I do it.
You need a real big condo.
Yeah, you need a real big condo, or like many artists, rent a studio like a normal person,
Yeah.
so that you don't get paint on everything, which is a big problem that I have.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
It's not Crayola anymore.
No, it
Is that
doesn't
it?
really come out.
do we have any more? Or is that it? Oh, there's an. How big is
That's
this
an
one?
up close of a piece I actually just submitted to a gallery.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
Is that in your condo?
that is out on the balcony actually.
You got a
Good
wood,
lighting.
wood thing on your balcony?
Yes, trying to keep it classy, you know.
Well, it's a nice balcony.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
That's Material Girl right there, like I told you. That's a 30 by 30 as well.
Why did you call it Material Girl, though?
That's actually a great story. So I was recently in Mexico, and I was sitting at a table for lunch, and there was a group across from us, and they were just having the best time of their lives. And, you know, obviously it was noon, so it was cocktail time or beer time, and we were having a couple cocktails, and Material Girl came on, and I mean, all I do is sing and lip sync, and that's just, I can't help it, even if the person with me doesn't want me to. So I was doing that, and I caught the eye of the guy at the other table, and he was doing it too. And we made eye contact and burst out laughing, and then continued while we were making eye contact, singing to each other until the song was over. So I just thought it was a really lovely moment with a stranger, and it was really funny. Well, to me and him, anyway. And that's why I called it that. So I came home and painted that. I think it was the first painting I did when I came back from vacation. So, yeah.
Did that sing-along go any further, or was that it?
That was it, but I did have several great conversations with him. He was a really lovely guy, a really, really funny guy. So it was fun. Yeah.
Very cool. How about this one?
That's called Mondays Are Optional.
Okay. Are they?
They should be, don't you think?
I think so. Every day should be optional.
Yeah.
And I think we should have 10 days in a week, not 7.
Exactly.
Right?
Any
Metric.
more options?
Yeah, exactly.
Or
right?
just 7 days of weekends.
Well, why not have every weekend be a long weekend? You know what I'm saying?
True. I do know what you're saying.
I like the blue
That,
in there.
yeah, this one is actually the biggest piece. So that's a 40 by 60. That one's called Second That Emotion. We all know that song.
Yeah, there's another. Yeah. Now, why second that emotion with this piece? Does it apply to the piece, or is there a story outside of the piece?
The story outside of this piece is that I consistently got the lyrics to that song wrong and then was corrected. I thought it was secondhand emotion.
Oh.
And then a lot of people made fun of me.
Yeah.
So I thought, why not name this piece after that? This is a lot of those songs that I'm listening to while I'm painting, so I guess that's the emotion I feel when I'm listening to that song. This one's called something about exaggerating, which is also something I do a lot of.
Really? You exaggerate a lot?
I tend to. You know, I've done this 80,000 times, those kind of
Yeah.
statements.
Well, the fact that you can admit it says something about your integrity level.
Well, you know, I take it back afterwards. I'm not really lying.
But some people don't. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's passed off as the truth.
Yeah. This one's called Valiant Encounter.
It looks like colored X-rays of the pelvic area. Nice.
That's exactly what it is.
Yes, you see,
I'm
helping
so
you out.
glad you said that.
There you go.
By the
Yeah.
way, the human anatomy has changed with the Mandela effect, right?
Yes.
So maybe it's somehow related
exactly.
to
There we go.
that. Like to always bring the Mandela effect into play.
That's
Just
right.
so no one can follow you.
How big was that last one, by the way?
That was a 30 by 60. So that was quite a big
another
piece.
big one, right?
Yeah, I actually have that one over my couch right now.
Yeah. That's,
The nice thing about being an artist is that you can constantly fill your walls with different pieces of art.
do we have any more?
I
Is
don't
that it?
think so. I think that might be all of them.
That's it? That's it. Okay, good. So let's talk about art now.
Okay.
There's a lot of artists around, you
Yes,
know? Like
there
how, like, do you even think about being an artist in this world today and hope to make a living at it? Isn't there too much art?
Well, is there too much art? I never think there's too much art. I honestly don't, for me personally, I don't really see it as a competition. Like the reason I started was because I mean, very personally, but I had a lot of anxiety for a long time, and I started painting just to relieve a little bit of that, and it was a very tranquil thing for me to do. I found it very calming, and then I stopped for a number of years, I guess, like when that kind of phase of my life ended, and then I started up again because I had a big, you know, kind of life transition. A couple of really big things happened, and I started doing it again for the same reason. And then I accumulated so many of them that I started a business out of it because you can only, you know, have so many paintings in your condo.
Mm-hmm.
So
what, you just started selling them?
yeah, I actually started it. I didn't start selling them right away. I started a program or a project, I suppose, called Art and Found. And I would wrap them up really nicely and leave them on the street. And I would leave a little note saying, this is like an original piece of work, take me home, I need a home. And then I would hashtag Art and Found just so people didn't think it was, anthrax or something. And I left them all over the city in different neighborhoods. And then I would say, tag me on Instagram if you find it. I want to find it and show me what you're going to do with it. So I started doing that about 4 years ago, and that's kind of how I started. And then I was getting all this lovely response for all these people that found it, and all these great stories about what it meant to them and what they did with it.
Really?
Yeah, so it was really fun. So
you were just giving them out there?
I was just giving them away because for me it wasn't I work in marketing as my day job, so it wasn't something being an artist wasn't something I ever wanted to do full time. And so I was just this makes other people happy. It was something that made me happy to see them happy. So I started doing that, and then my friend was like, why don't you just try selling them? So I originally opened an Etsy shop, and I put them up there thinking yeah, right, please, no one's going to buy this. And someone bought one the first day, and then you just get kind of hooked to it, and you're like, oh, this is awesome. So I started progressing my business afterwards, but I still keep up with the Art and Found, and I do it probably once a month. Last December I did 30 days in a row of the little 12 by 12s, and I left them.
30 days, you put a painting out on the street?
Yeah.
Every day for 30 days?
Every day for 30 days in a different Toronto neighborhood.
Did anyone ever volunteer to pay for these that they got? Or?
No. But I always try to run away as soon as possible because I don't want to see who takes it, just in case something weird happens.
What percentage of people contact you?
Probably 50%.
50%?
Yeah, which is higher than I thought. I think a lot of people don't have Instagram. I don't really use a lot of other social media channels, but I also leave my email, and I've gotten a few emails, and they're really nice. The people who do get them are really appreciative of it, and I think they get excited that they got something for free, and
Well, that's how I collect art, actually.
Do you?
Just finding things on the street.
A lot of times, people put out stuff.
No,
No, seriously, it can be done. I've found a couple nice pieces that way too.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah,
Maybe you've seen mine.
It was never wrapped.
No, I haven't.
It wraps.
It's wrapped?
Yeah, it's wrapped in a nice little brown paper, and has a note on the front, and has a big long note on the inside.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's cool. I would have loved to have found it.
Well, maybe I'll leave one out here now that I know where you are.
You can't. Then you'll know who found it, right? It's kinda
Well, maybe someone will get to it before you do, though. So yeah.
So that's very cool, actually. So are you still doing that?
I still do it. Yeah, it's a little hard to find the time to do everything, but I try to do at least one a month with the smaller pieces. I haven't done a big piece in a while, but I like to keep it up. I think it's fun. It's fun for me, and also
Fun for the people.
Fun for the people. Exactly. You do
and
it
you're
for the
still
people.
marketing full time too, or
I do market full time. Yep, I'm supposed to be at my job today.
What kind of marketing is it?
I work in a fintech company.
Really? Which one?
Startup. It's called Future Vault.
Future Vol?
Vault.
Future Vault.
Yeah.
What do you guys do?
We do document storage for high net worth individuals that we sell through financial advisors and wealth management firms. So it's online document storage for all of your documents.
Sensitive
Like
documents.
really, we have a very extensive taxonomy, so you never forget anything.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, it
So
is.
We
It's
just
fun.
want to. I wanted to explore that a little bit because we're all about fintech here at that channel. It's another thing we're very interested in.
Really?
Yeah, we've done lots of shows on it.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. So now, are you going to be at the Raw Artist Show coming up?
I am. I've been prepping for that for a while now, so I'm very excited.
Yeah.
I love going to those things as not being an artist, so I'm excited to participate. But I think it's so fun to see all those people in one room, and it's just so inspirational. Everyone's so talented, and
And
at
it's a
least
great
I've been
night out
there.
because you got everything. You got art, you got music, you got
Cocktails.
cocktails.
Yeah, that's how I sold a lot of people on it.
Really. What's your
Is the
favorite
trio.
cocktail?
Oh,
And you can name multiple
I can.
ones if you.
yeah, margaritas for
Yeah,
sure.
margaritas. We just had some margaritas.
we just did. We just
On
had
the
probably
weekend.
maybe the best margaritas ever
just
made.
today.
No,
No,
on
Isn't
the
this
weekend.
liquid
Last-
lunch?
On the
It
weekend.
is, sadly,
Yeah,
but we don't have
liquid
any
lunch.
margaritas.
Where's the drinks? It's a misnomer. It's like one of your paintings.
Yeah, I thought
you
I was
know?
getting cocktails when I was coming here today.
Well, you're welcome to bring cocktails here.
Okay.
And share them with us.
Well, the question is what's in the
Oh.
kitchen, I think.
Yeah.
Is it
We
yeah.
can't keep alcohol around here.
really? Just too many lushes.
It just
It would just go.
That's one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, margaritas. What else?
Pina coladas.
of course.
Also, though, have you ever had the combined of the two?
No,
Oh,
really.
that's a treat.
Okay.
And then
Margarita pina-
martinis, obviously.
Martinis, okay.
Yeah. Gin or vodka?
Vodka martinis. I
Vodka.
like a French martini.
What's that?
That's a great question, but it's delicious. I
Okay.
think it has like Chambord and vodka and pineapple juice and maybe something else,
Okay.
but it's delicious. You should
So
try
at the show, what's your position going to be like? What are you gonna have a spot with all your paintings, or what are
I
you gonna do?
will. I have a space.
Mhm.
I don't think it's a booth type setup, but it's a space, so a wall space. I don't know how big it is, but I'll bring 6, 7 pieces that are a little bit smaller.
Mhm.
And then I am trying to think of something I can do that's a little interactive.
Well, dance painting, right?
Well, exactly.
Dance painting. Have a few canvases.
Yeah.
People.
Well, I thought
Dance
about
painting.
painting because it's, hit
That's
two
what you
birds
do.
with one stone,
Yeah.
right? I need to
Yeah.
do more paintings, and this is the time where I can
Mhm.
paint while showing off the other stuff. So,
And you can dance.
well, I didn't say I can dance. I will dance.
Will dance.
I'm not talented at it.
No, I know, but you still can dance.
Yeah, but
I
dancing
can.
and painting at the same time is not
It's a
everyone
real
can do
skill.
that. It's a
It's a
skill.
real skill.
It's a skill.
Yeah, I put it on my resume.
There you go.
Yeah, that's how I got my job.
Now, okay, so I think we're. I don't know. Do we have any more questions? Is there anything you want to tell people about that we haven't even touched on yet?
Oh my goodness. I don't know. I can't think of anything. I feel
Okay.
like I really
You
told
said
my
you were
life
waiting
story.
for your whole life for this interview.
No,
Yeah.
I thought of something. I
Okay.
forgot. I just
Yeah.
because you mentioned the pina coladas,
Yes.
Oh,
and I'm a big fan of the pina coladas.
This
too.
is so
Well,
far
who
off
is
topic.
it?
But
okay.
you know how they're sort of filling.
Well, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You know how they're
Yes,
filling.
they're delicious.
Well, I had a good pina colada alternative. It's like coconut water, and it's like the same as a pina colada, but it's just with coconut water instead of that pina colada mix. It's like a lot lighter. You know
It's
what
a
I mean?
healthier
Yeah,
And
pina
it's
see,
colada.
actually healthy.
Yeah,
That's what
rum
they
and coconut, that's all you
do.
need.
If you go to Mexico,
Yeah, right in a
they
coconut.
will do it like that. Like they'll use the very natural ingredients. They won't use the
Yeah.
syrup stuff, which
Yeah.
is really lovely.
Yeah.
I actually have a painting named "I Love Pina Coladas."
So we're back on topic.
Well, see,
Luckily.
it's it's a very significant part of my life. So
Well, yeah, absolutely. I love pina coladas as well.
and
I like
yeah.
coconuts. I can have
I
rum.
love
Put some rum in the
coconuts.
coconut, I might drink it.
And that's a great
That's-
song too.
Rum in the
What- what?
coconut.
Put the rum in the
No,
coconut.
Put the rum in the
Yeah,
coconut.
that's a song.
And shake
Lime
it
in the coconut.
Yeah, but now it's
Oh,
rum in the
well,
coconut. This
well,
is a misnomer.
see what I mean?
It's the
I
seniorism.
can't get anything right.
This is a seniorism we got right there.
Exactly.
Put the rum in the coconut. Shake it all.
Either way,
There you go.
yes.
Well, Courtney, this was lots of fun. Thanks
Yes.
for coming down.
Thanks for having me. It's great
And-
to be here.
And where should people go online if they want to buy a painting or get and stay in touch or stuff like that?
Yeah, so my website is courtseniorart.com. So just my name.
Nice.
Pretty simple to remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, all my current pieces are up there, and then all my new show pieces will be up there too.
Okay. Fantastic.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome. Thanks,
Thanks.
guys.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So we're going to take a little break now, and we're going to come back with more because we've got a bunch of other guests lined up on a fabulous summer Thursday.
Yeah. Potentially he was going to look and see what drinks are available.
Well, eventually, I will be actually probably having a drink tonight at some point. Okay, we'll see you in a couple of minutes here. Back to